Pretty good shape here this time of the year, and now we're going to see the obviously the allergies. You're looking at some of the tree pollen not as high simply because most of it is at least got some sort of bloom on it, so that's in pretty good shape. Grass still working its way up, at least for now, and mold on the lower side as well. I know these are going to be going up here shortly as well. Lows this past week, we've started off with pretty warm conditions last week. 50s and 60s outside. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, low to mid 40s. So, yeah, that's a lot closer to our average low of 49 degrees that we see later on. Here's what's happening at this hour as we continue to monitor what's going on. It is quiet outside, and we have a few high clouds. You can see that from our view of downtown with temperatures right now in the upper 50s and low 60s. Mid-50s in Phelps County, Mount Vernon, a lot of spots in the mid to upper 50s, low 60s as well. And over the course of the last 24 hours, I've talked about how it is much warmer now than it was 24 hours ago. That's a 10 to 15 degree temperature change versus what we saw yesterday at this time. Our current wind speeds and gusts are starting to pick up. Pittsfield at 24 miles an hour. More of us are going to see that wind pick up later on today. You'll see a pretty steady diet of that wind out of the southwest. So here's what's going on in terms of our temperatures right now. A southwest breeze at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. And you're going to see more of that here as we see that breeze pretty persistent here for us over the course of the next several hours. I do expect that we're going to see pretty nice conditions here overall. But one of the things that we're watching out for is there are a few high clouds that have settled into the region. You'll see that on a pretty consistent basis throughout the afternoon. I don't expect there are any problems. So we go from the mid 60s this morning with a southwest breeze that's starting to ramp up. Low to mid 70s by noon with a southwest breeze at around 15 miles an hour. Temps around 80 degrees. We'll see a pretty steady diet of temperatures that warm up nicely. But I show you where this is because what we're seeing right now is temperatures that continue to stay on the mild side. We're close to 60 degrees at this hour, and you're going to see mid to upper 50s, right around 60 degrees. Everywhere is pretty mild. Now, overall, the next few hours, we've got this high pressure that's kind of settled in. And that's what we've kind of talked about pretty consistently here as we have this warm air that's been with us. And one of the things I want to note is the fact that that's where that warm air and dry air remains in place, right? Our breeze may pick up. You'll still see that out of the southwest. But overall, our larger pattern and our larger scale pattern keeps us dry and warm Wednesday through Thursday. But this is the system we're tracking. Now, in general, though, we're talking about a severe weather threat which stays out of our area completely. And that's important because what I do think is going to happen is we're going to have a pretty steady diet of severe weather that goes all the way to the north. And then also the bullseye for it this time is this slight risk for severe weather from central Kansas all the way into Kansas City and far northwestern Missouri. As we watch and follow this low pressure center that provides snow for the mountains, but the leading edge of it here as we talk about what's going on, you know, we go from one to the other. We just kind of talk about what's going on here and we go further to the north here. This is how far this thing stretches. Along this frontal boundary, we see the potential for showers and storms that could be on the stronger side. That's Thursday evening, Thursday night. As it settles into our area, it loses its potency, so it's not as much of an issue. And like I said, I think we'll see some pretty steady rain for Friday. Expect Friday to be on the rainy side. As we go throughout the evening, though, look how it clears out Saturday. And then Sunday into Monday, our rain chances once again increase. So the main story for us this weekend, temperatures in the mid-70s, and I really think Saturday is the driest overall, but we'll be dry and pleasant on Saturday. It is mostly dry on Sunday, but clouds increase, and then I think we'll see rain late in the evening, and to me, that's the story for us as we look for that rain to be a factor later in the evening. Otherwise, I think a lot of the weekend is dry. I don't expect that we're going to see much of a problem, but you'll look at this for the next 10 days, and you'll see that tomorrow works its way into the mid to upper 70s. We're in the low 80s on Thursday, and notice our overnight lows. They start to come up just a little bit more over the next few days, as Friday, to me, looks like the rainiest day of the next several. Dry Saturday. On Sunday, those rain chances increase late, but by Monday into Tuesday, another chance for rain. We'll actually see a cool start to the month of May as temperatures are in the 60s and even 40s. So, yeah, it's going to be on the cooler side when we're only in the same month where a lot of you are already starting to open up your pools here. We're talking about conditions that are going to stay on the mild side for now. But if you like that real warm weather, we're actually going to kind of flip the script. We've already seen some hot temperatures. We're going to be on the cooler side to start the month of May. So to me, that's the most thing that jumps out at us the most, where it's not going to warm up all that much and it'll be on the cooler side for just a little bit longer.